Hi, my name is Sebastián Villaseñor, and this is my Evidence 1 video. To explain briefly the data set we used for the project, we have the returns to the warehouse that PIRMA had in the month of April. We can see here that it's filtered by date, product, quantity, defect, and concept. This gives us a clear vision as we can see almost 900 data points. Now, so we can model it, we chose to have the data filtered by day and quantity of returns that had by day. So for that, we first chose to model it with a time series plot. So to see the behavior, if it had seasonality or just some kind of tendency, which we can see it has not because it's very few information. And by that, now we continue to do a ACF and PACF to see how the data behaves and how many significant values it has, and as well as choosing the model that best fits the arena. Now, by doing that, because it's very few information, we can see that there's no significant values as such, but by purposes of the data and the project, we chose that the model MA was best fit for us. So that's why we chose to have the model fit for MA, which gives us a complete ARIMA, which has the forecasts and the lower and upper limits. The forecasted shoe returns for the next month is 131, 132 shoes. And the lower limit, because it's negative, it's 0. And the upper limit's around 277 to 275 shoes as such. Now, how could we implement this into our dashboard? For purposes visually, we chose only to grab the predicted forecast of 131 shoes so that the socio formador, which is PIRMA and partners, could see the predicted outcome and understand that this information can be useful to predict how many scrap or returns, as well as knowing the boundaries of the data that they have. The main insights, as mentioned before, is that the data is very low and that it will be useful to have more data or more months to get a complete or more open view of how many returns they expect. Now, with this information, having 0 as the lower limits and the 275 returns as the upper limits, and the 131 shoes expected to return in the month of May. Now, I think this project was very interesting and challenging as we did not have much data to work with, but we were able to analyze which kind of models were best depending on the situation we had, which I thought this was very challenging, but as well as very useful because in life, it could be very useful. I would suggest that it would be better to work with a partner that can provide more information that is relevant to the project, but still the learnings will be useful in many ways for my future, and I'm grateful for that. The results in terms of time and resources, I think, were maximized as we were able to juice up the data that we had, and we're able to optimize the time and the information we had, as well as having a respectable project presented. So I think the team KPIs as such were maximized as well. We had very well behaved time, and we had very good chemistry between the team. And I think we performed really well due to the circumstances. Thank you very much.